Hello, Justin DiCiocio here again, Grammy Camp Jazz Band Director. I'm here today to discuss jazz band, combo, and choir rehearsal targets. Number one, what is the style, the feel? Is it a swing, a bebop, a funk, a ballad, a Latin, or a hip-hop style tune? Number two, what is the correct subdivision, the harmonic rhythm motion for the particular style? Number three, always set the rhythm section first stylistically. That's always number one. If the rhythm section is not correct stylistically, nothing will ever happen in the band. Number four, great phrasing, great articulation transfers to great time. So make sure we are using the correct phrasing and articulation of the style. 5. Use listen and match concepts. Listen and match pitch, dynamics, phrasing, articulation, note duration, upbeat, downbeat relationships. 6. Explain to the students, hearing the notes in their head before they finger, valve, or slide the notes. If they cannot hear the notes correctly in their head, which means they cannot sing them back, you will have intonation, balancing, big time problems. They should not rely on their instruments to tell them what to play. They must know what the notes sound like in their head. 7. Explain note duration according to style. How long should the notes be? Are the quarter notes as long as a triplet? Are the quarter notes the distance of 2/8? The distance of 4/16? Are the notes short or long? Most quarter notes in jazz are short and fat, unless the composer, the arranger, says differently. So if they are quarter notes, they are played short and fat stylistically, which means you play them staccato, but with a rooftop accent, a punch. So you play them short, but with a punch, and that's the difference between playing staccato in classical music and playing staccato in jazz, or short notes, as we say, short and fat. 8, the correct use of vibrato. The formula kind of goes like this, but remember, we are improvisers, so we change that according to how we feel, what the style, as I said, what the feeling of the music is at the particular time. But generally, if it's harmony ends in Y, yes, use vibrato. If it's N, unison, no. So harmony, Y, yes, unison, and no. Except we are improvisers, as I said, and there are certain styles where that may change. Now, I'll give you an example. Saxophones. Again, if it's harmony, yes, but for saxophones that means lots of vibrato. If it's N, no. For saxophones, in many of the styles, it means use a little vibrato. So saxophones, much of the time, always play vibrato. If it's harmony, lots of vibrato. If it's N, unison, little vibrato. Now, remember, that's according to the style of the music you are playing. Right? Trombones, generally, correct use of vibrato. If it's N, no vibrato. If it's harmony, yes, a little vibrato, but it's a little lip vibrato. Trumpets, unison, N, no vibrato. Harmony, yes, little vibrato. I've also found out from experience that if it's like a bassy kind of swing chart, you might want the trumpets to warm it up a little bit. So you might want the trumpets to kind of use vibrato, a little vibrato all the time. That gives it that kind of like 50s bassy kind of sound. But again, this is like up to you and according to the chart, the music, the tempo, the situation. And 9, play with the line, the musical line. Motion transfers to emotion. As notes ascend, you play with feeling a crescendo, notes descend, feeling a diminuendo at all dynamic levels. So whether it's pianissimo, mezzo forte, or forte, soft, medium, or loud, within those dynamic ranges, you have highs and lows. So if you're playing soft, within the soft dynamic level, depending again on the acoustics and the band, the acoustics of the room or the concert hall, if it's pianissimo, you use a little crescendos, the notes ascend, and a little diminuendos, the notes descend. So you might have like 4 notes up, 4 notes down, 2 notes up, 2 notes down, 6 notes up, 2 notes down. It's like peaks and valleys, a kind of idea. Motion transfers to emotion. So it's called playing with the line. And obviously, if there's an interval skip, that crescendo, from one note to the next, the crescendo might be a little bit more within that dynamic level. And all lines consist of either like scale-like passages or interval skips. So you play with the line according to that motion. And as I said, motion transfers to emotion. Thank you.